Hello, again, it's me, Coral. Welcome back to my channel. I'm here with the books that I bought in November. So the first book I have here is Darkseeker by K.W. Jeter. And honestly, even reading the synopsis of this, I have no idea what this is about, really. It seems like there was a drug that people were taking, but it seems like the drug also like embodies a presence inside of somebody, if that makes any sense, because it's like it was the drug that gave students a shared consciousness, but then it lurks inside Mike Taylor and it is kept at bay with medication, but then once it has Mike Taylor, it will come for you. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand. Yeah, I bought this because of the cover. I bought this because I like weird old books. Eventually I will read it and then I can tell you what it's really about, I guess. Next, I have Nightblood by T. Chris Martindale. This is the most recent release of Valancourt Books' Paperbacks from Hell reissuing series that they're doing. This has been so cool so far. Last month was Black Ambrosia, which was a vampire novel, and Nightblood here is also a vampire novel, but this is about a Vietnam veteran whose brother is killed by vampires in Central Park, apparently, and I can't tell if he comes back. Oh no, the war's already over. But he, you know, wants to find out why the vampires killed his brother. So that's what he's gonna do, apparently. I don't know. Yeah, that's it. That's Nightblood. Okay, next year I have Embryo by Daniel M. Klein. This is one of those books in the vein of like, it's like a woman, she has infertility problems, she must do some sort of like in vitro procedure, and she sees that the other babies done using this procedure all kind of look alike and not like their parents at all, and then she wonders like, is her baby even her baby? And I guess I'll find out when I read this. There's a couple books I have like that. I think I'm gonna maybe read them for a trope episode. That would be fun. You Are Not the Mother, that kind of a thing. I also have The Children of the Island by T.M. Wright. I'm also not 100% sure what this is about. It looks like it takes place on Manhattan Island, and these children lived on Manhattan Island before it was Manhattan. So like, I'm assuming like before it was developed, so they just lived on like the land when it was the land, and now they've come back for some reason. I do not know, but they all look the same and they are creepy. Next I have a YA fantasy book. This was in an owl crate from November. This is Winterwood by Shay Earnshaw. This is like a magical woods book, and the cover is fucking beautiful. It has sprayed edges. It is just a very beautiful book. Okay, the next three books I have here were from this month's Nightworms package, which I didn't film because I think that was right as my computer shit out on me. This first one here is Grind Your Bones to Dust by Nicholas Day. From reading the synopsis, I think that this is a short story collection. I can't really give you a synopsis. The next one I have here is A Sick Gray Laugh by Nicole Cushing. This is about an author who previously has been off medication because of how her psychosis affects her writing. Eventually she decides that she needs to, you know, tamp down on that, and she begins taking medication for it, but her world starts to get gray after starting this medication, And I'm not sure if that is like metaphorical or what. Next, I have The Devil's Dreamland by Sarah Tantlinger. This is a poetry collection about H.H. Holmes, and I have to admit, I think he is so boring. I know, that's awful, because he murdered a lot of people. We don't even know how many people he murdered, and I'm not saying that their deaths are boring. I'm saying that this piece of shit, I'm like super uninterested in him. I have never read a horror poetry collection, I don't think. We'll see if I like this. Okay, and here I have Fantastic Land by Mike Bakoven. This is like a thriller novel. It takes place, it seems like it's a book that it's like this event happened in the past and now you're in the present discovering exactly what happened at this event in the past. Does this make sense? I don't know. I feel like I don't make sense 90% of the time. But I know a lot of people who've read this and have loved it. So here I am. I'm picking it up. I'm not sure if I'll read it right away, but I own it. So now there's no excuse for me not to. I also picked up River of Teeth by Sarah Gailey. This is like a story that takes this weird bit of like weird history and plays it out all the way, or partially. So a thing back in 1890, or maybe it was before that, and then this just takes place in 1890. But the US wanted to import hippos to the swamps of Louisiana as like a food source, and they ended up not doing that, I think. Or maybe they did it a little bit and it didn't work. I don't know. I'll find out when I read this book. But this is like a book where it's like, what if they did that and it was successful? Like, what would Louisiana be like? And this just sounds like so much weird ass fun. I'm so excited to read this. Short and sweet, novella length, and hippos are adorable and terrifying at the same time. I also picked up the next two books in the Dexter series. I'm not sure in which order they go, but this is Dexter by Design and this is Dexter in the Dark. I'm really enjoying the Dexter series. I've reread the first two, so the third and the fourth I have not read at all, so I'm hoping that these will, you know, be as good as the first two. I also picked up The Hunger by Alma Katsu. It's about time I did this. I've wanted this book for so long, but I barely ever buy books that are not discounted or on sale or something, you know, but I finally I did it. I bought it, and I'm planning on reading this in the winter months. This is, of course, a, like, I don't know if retelling is quite the word I'm looking for, but kind of like a historical retelling, or maybe alternate history of the Donner expedition, you know, the Donner Party, where they were stranded in the mountains and they ate their dead companions. But this takes this takes that story, and I believe it sprinkles a little bit of like supernatural shit in there, and I feel like this one's slightly polarizing. I know when it first came out, I heard a lot of people really liked it. A lot of people thought it was maybe not fast-paced enough, so I'm wondering how I will enjoy it. I don't know. I'll find out, because I'm going to read this soon, maybe even in December. Next, I have Rust and Stardust by T. Greenwood. Oh man, this is another book that I have wanted for a really long time. I found it on sale, so I finally bought it. And this seems like it will be hard to read, because this is Salem. This is based on a actual event. This is the story of a Salem. Keep reprimanding my cat about rubbing on my camera stand. But this is based on the true story of a girl named Sarah Horner, I believe her name was. Sally Horner. She was kidnapped and kept captive over years, and this explores, I guess, what happened to her during her captivity. It explores what happened to her family and her friends, the effects that her disappearance had on them, and it seems like it'll be all around hard to read, and I like that. So I heard a lot of buzz about this when it first came out, and I feel like I haven't heard anything about it since. So I'm really curious if anyone who watches this has read this and what they think about it. Cause like I knew that it was like maybe kind of a thriller, but I had no idea it was based on a real story. So that's very interesting to me. Okay, and lastly here, I have The Pandora Room by Christopher Golden. This is, I'm guessing it must be like a companion to his book Ararat, because it has one of the same characters, what's his name? Ben Walker. But I'm assuming because of what happened in Ararat, this must be something that took place before that. And this is kind of in the vein of The Anomaly, where these explorers have found like a artifact that has like supernatural powers maybe, or something supernatural happens to them when they find it, or I don't know, it's like Indiana Jones, more supernatural. But I really liked Ararat. And also, if you know any other books like that, like The Anomaly Files or Ararat, or maybe even The Runes by Scott Smith, let me know, because this is like so in my wheelhouse. And I think I might try to wait until there's warmer weather here to read this one, because it takes place in the desert. So yeah, that's all I have for you. That's my book haul for November. I will be back with my December TBR. Oh my god, my cats! You guys are being pests. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But yeah, I lost my train of thought. Let me know if you've read any of these. I'd really like to hear from you. I love hearing people's opinions on stuff. Yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you later.